guys, so today I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. You guys seem to really like my last Q&A video that I did. So because Snapchat Q&As are like the thing to do now, I decided to go ahead and do a Snapchat Q&A today. And I mentioned yesterday on my Snapchat to send me video questions. And if you want to be part of the next Snapchat Q&A, you can follow me there. My name is Carah Amelie with no spaces and no capitals. So definitely check Snapchat out. It's kind of confusing at first, I'm not gonna lie. That's why I never got it for such a long time, but I ended up watching a tutorial on YouTube and it's actually not as hard as you think it would be, so definitely check it out. It's actually really fun and kind of addicting. So yes, so I'm gonna go ahead and start answering your questions. I got a ton of questions, you guys, so yes, let's go ahead and just jump right in to these questions.
What's your favorite thing to do with your daughters?
What's my favorite thing to do with my daughters? Okay, I don't know if I answered this before, but I love painting with my daughters. You guys know that I'm an artist and I love to paint and I love to draw, so I just love to paint, especially with Elena. You know, she can sit down and kind of do her watercolors, and then I can sit down and, you know, do mine at the same time, and we can talk, and I think it's one of the best things for me and my girls to do, and it's a way for us to bond really well. That's probably my favorite thing to do. I also really like cooking. Cooking with your kids is super fun, and I would love to get Elena more into food and into cooking and all that kind of thing, so that's something that I kind of want to push for, is more cooking with her in the kitchen. So.
Hi Carah, so since you've always been to beauty school and everything, would you ever consider opening like your own little beauty shop or something? Have you?
Okay, so she asked if I ever would open up my own salon since I've been to beauty school and I've done hair and stuff like that. My answer to that question is no. I'm not really into the business side of owning a salon. I like doing the hair, I like doing the makeup, I like actually working on the clients, and owning a salon I feel like would be too stressful for me, especially with my kids and YouTube and all that kind of thing. Owning a salon has never been something that I've wanted to do. Like, I know a lot of people go to beauty school and they're like, my goal is to own my own salon, and I've just never really felt the urge to want to own my own salon. So I definitely like to lease in salons, which is kind of like owning your own station in a way, but I definitely wouldn't want to own, so probably not. But I actually have a best friend that owns her own salon, so I'm actually thinking about getting a station there like a couple times a month so I can do like makeovers there, so I can put them on my channel and stuff like that. So hopefully that ends up going through, but yeah, that wasn't part of the question, but.
Will you ever stop vlogging again? Love you.
Okay, would I ever stop start vlogging again? I think what she means by that is like vlogging regularly. I don't know. Sometimes I think maybe, sometimes I think no. Me and my husband actually kind of thought maybe doing like seasons, so it would be like season 1, and it would be for maybe like a month period of time, and then it would be season 2, and that would be later in the year, season 3, you know, so it would be like 4 months out of the year we would vlog every single day. And then take the rest of the time off or vlog sporadically or something like that. So that's kind of something we've thought about, but it's been really nice taking this break. Like, I feel like daily vloggers should take breaks more often because I feel like it's inspired me a little bit more and kind of cleared my vision on kind of what I liked about it, what I didn't like, what I would do different, and stuff like that. So, alright, my camera just died. Someone was asking a question. Let's do this again. Hold. I have to buy replays? Really? She asked me if I would learn any other languages. Like, if I could learn a language, what language would I learn? I would probably say Spanish, and the only reason I say Spanish is because I think it would be the most useful. I think it would be really, really, really cool to be able to talk Spanish and English. I just think it would be a really, really useful language to learn. And I know a little tiny bit of Spanish from like high school and stuff, but if I didn't learn Spanish, I would probably pick like Japanese, because I love the culture. I would, like, one place I've always wanted to go my whole life is Japan. So she said, do I miss vlogging, and has my family life changed at all? Has our bond gotten stronger? Things like that. Okay, so do I miss vlogging? Sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. It's like one of those weird things. Like, there's times where I'm like, I have something in my mind that I'm like, oh, I would love to share this thought with somebody, but I'm not vlogging anymore, so I can't just like pick up my camera and share my thoughts, because that's one cool thing about vlogging is you can always just share your thoughts, and if you're thinking of something really interesting and you have no one to share it with, sometimes I'm like, oh man, but you know, I do miss that, and I do miss having lots of videos of my girls, and I love, you know, all that kind of stuff that has to do with vlogging. But as far as like how our family's changed, Not much. I mean, me and my family have always been super close, like the bonds in my family, you know. Me and Travis have always had a super strong relationship. Me and my girls have always had a super strong relationship. So nothing's really changed in that matter. But one thing I do feel like it's nice is we can focus more on just living our lives rather than vlogging everything, because I feel like a lot of times it was just tiring for me to always have to get out my camera during things, and now I can just kind of do things and we can just kind of go about our lives, and I don't always have to think about the camera and the vlogging and all that kind of thing. So that's been a really nice thing about it, but other than that, nothing's really changed much in our family dynamics at all.
Yeah, so I've seen your vlogs a lot that your mom and you have like a really close relationship. So my question to you is, has that like ever changed?
So she said, me and my mom have a really close relationship, and has that ever changed, or has that ever been different? I think that's what she's asking me. So yes, me and my mom are super, super close. We're like best friends, basically. I love my mom. She's so freaking awesome. But I can say, like, in high school, I was a drama queen, and we used to have like some major fights in high school. Like, I used to slam my door, and I used to yell at her, and I remember, like, I was just a dramatic teenager. I wasn't necessarily like I'd get into a lot of trouble. I was just dramatic and extremely like vocal and loud when we'd like fight or whatever. But she always handled it really, really well. I'm sure I made her cry before, you know, back in the day.
Hey Carah, my name's Julissa, and I was wondering what are some simple yet cute ways to decorate your workspace. And by the way, I was inspired by your lighting decorations from last year.
Aww. So what are some cheap ways to decorate your house? This is something that I'm going to have to put some thought into. I am actually not confident in my home decor, like that area of my life. I feel like I enjoy it, but it's not something that I'm like, oh, I'm the best interior decorator ever. Like, I feel like I struggle. And I feel like I try really hard, but I'm not like the best at it. You know what I mean? So I'll have to get back to you on that answer. Did somebody just knock on the door? Oh, UPS did. Wonderful.
Hi Carah, I have an almost 2-year-old girl, so I was wondering, when are you gonna let your girls date? Thanks.
Ooh, that's a hard question. And I think there is a lot that goes into this because I feel like you have to really trust your kids. If you don't trust your kids, then they're going to do stuff behind your back, and that's almost worse because I feel like it's easier for them to want to rebel and do bad things and stuff like that. So I think I'm going to be pretty open to it. It's going to be one of those things, it depends on the situation. You know, if she gets a boyfriend in middle school and stuff like that, we'll kind of see how it goes. Because I remember I had a boyfriend in middle school and all we did was hold hands, but we like never talked. So it kind of depends if like how it is. Do you know what I mean? And if she gets a boyfriend like freshman year, 8th grade year, I think I'll just kind of play it by ear, see how the boy is. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to have like a specific age. I think it's just going to depend on the situation, but my goal in life is to make boundaries. I want to be able to have boundaries and stuff like that, but I also want her to know that I trust her to make good decisions and that there will be consequences to bad decisions and things like that, but I don't want to completely not trust her because I feel like that is a way to cause a lot of rebellion.
For $1 million, would you eat chocolate-covered tarantulas, even if they tasted just like chocolate?
For $1 million, would I eat chocolate-covered tarantulas? Are you kidding me? Of course I would. Like, it would be disgusting, but if they're chocolate-covered, like, that's totally fine, you know? Like, you watch Fear Factor, and they eat bugs and stuff that aren't covered in chocolate, and, like, they're alive. I'm like, hell no. That would never happen. No way. Oh my god, no. But if they're tarantulas covered in chocolate, I could just pretend that it's chocolate with like a crunchy middle or something, and I think I would be able to get through it. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be too bad. My cousin actually called me the other day. She goes, Carah, I have the best which is worse, or what would you rather do? It was sit in a bathtub full of spiders, or sit in a bathtub full of tobacco spit. So like somebody who chews tobacco and then spits. And I know which one I would choose. It was super easy for me, but let me know what you guys would pick.
Hi Carah, it's Amanda. So if you were stranded on an island and you could only have 5 things aside from your family members and pets, what would
they be?
Hey Carah, I thought of one more question. So if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
Okay, if I was on a desert island and I only had 5 items. This is a hard question. I always like overthink these types of questions like way too much. Okay, I would need stuff to do, so I would say a computer with Wi-Fi so I could get on the internet because I would get really bored. I would also say a fishing pole. Depends on if the island had like fruit, but if not, I would say seeds so I could like plant some fruit and I could garden and grow my own food because I'm gonna have to eat. Sunscreen, like SPF 50. Appa. I'd bring Appa. I don't think that counts as a family member, but I would definitely bring Appa because I know I would get super lonely and Appa would just be so nice to have with me on the island. So yeah, fishing pole, seeds, internet, Appa, and sunscreen. That's my answer.
Hi, Carah. My name's Chelsea, and I have 2 questions. First one is, would you ever consider moving back to the Portland area? And my second question is, if Elena or Emery would have turned out to be a boy instead of girls, do you know what you would have named them?
Okay, so if Emery or Elena turned out to be a boy, what would I have named them? We really like the name Bronson. We also like the name Abram. It was between Bronson and Abram, but Travis really likes Marcus. So it was going to be one of those 3 most likely, Bronson, Abram, or Marcus. I also really like the name Luca. That's one of my favorite boy names, but Travis thinks it's like way too try-hard. But I really love the name Luca. So I would say out of those 4, it most likely would have been either Bronson or Marcus.
Hi, Carah. First of all, I just love your videos. And second of all, my question is, how do you keep your hair so healthy? Because I know that you color it all the time, but it always looks so healthy.
This is a really great question because it kind of has to do with hair color. So you guys know I color my hair all the time. I have put bleach in it, you know, when I do like the ombre and stuff, but my biggest tip is to use demi or semi-permanent color. I use semi-permanent, and semi-permanent is deposit only, so you're not lifting the hair at all. You're not opening like that cuticle and all that kind of thing. It's so much better for your hair to use semi-permanent color, and that's always what I use. I never use permanent color on my hair. You have to dye it more often, but it is so much better on your hair. It actually almost makes your hair feel better. So that's my biggest tip, is to try to use demi-permanent color when you can. If you're gonna lift, like let's say you're a dark brown and you want to go lighter, like a lighter red or just like a lighter shade of brown, you can't use a demi-permanent color. You can only use demi if you're wanting your natural color to be darker, or you want your natural color to be like a tint of red, but it's still going to be the same level, if that makes sense, because you can only deposit color. You can't lift it at all. So that's usually why I tend to stay dark, is because I just don't like to lift my hair too much, because that's what's damaging about it. I also use It's a 10. That's a great product. I love it. It's the spray leave-in conditioner. So amazing. Best product for detangling and making your hair feel soft and silky and wonderful. I love it. So those are my 2 main tips. Also blow drying. I never blow dry my hair. I shower at night and then let it air dry, and it helps a ton because I'm not getting that extra heat from blow drying. So that's a huge one as well. Tea baby!
Carah, my question is, what is a goal or something that you hope will happen in the next few years for 1, you, 2, your girls, and 3 for Travis, or for you guys as a couple? Thanks, love you.
Okay, goals. Goal for me, I'm on this track to becoming a pescatarian. I've never really been a super big meat eater. I know you guys are probably gonna be like, bullshit. But really, I don't love meat that much. Like, you know, I eat steak occasionally, and like, you know, I do eat meat just because it's convenient, but I don't ever crave meat. I'm not like, oh my god, I want a steak, or oh my god, I want chicken, or like, I'm not huge on meat. And usually I tend to eat around meat, like if it's in a stir fry, and I just am not a huge fan of meat, and I tend to like vegetables and carbs and stuff like that more. So for various reasons, there's many reasons why I want to be a pescatarian. It's just a really good diet, especially for me personally. I know it would just fit me really well. I would love to fully become a pescatarian. Travis's goal, I think Travis would love to get his book done. Travis has so many goals. Travis is a super goal-oriented person. He always sets goals for himself. But I would definitely say getting his book done and growing his YouTube channel. I think that would be a big one for him.
You and Travis meet, and I've been subscribed to your vlog channel and your beauty channel for about 3 years now, and I'm so glad I found you on YouTube because you're one of my favorite YouTubers.
Aw, so sweet. So me and Travis met when I was 20. He was 24. I'm now 30, so 10 years ago. And we met on MySpace. Yeah. I remember I had him on my friends list. Like, he added me as a friend. And I had like tons of friends. I was one of those people that added like every single person ever on. Whoever like added me, I would add him back. And my friend Marlena actually was like, Carah, you have this guy on your friends list. I've been talking to him for a while, and you guys would be the cutest couple. His name is T-Rav on MySpace. And I actually had a different T-Rav. I had 2 T-Ravs on my friends list. So I messaged the wrong T-Rav. And he never wrote me back, and I was like, you know, what the heck? So then I went to the other T-Rav, and I messaged him, and I was like, oh yeah, my friend said, like, you're really nice and stuff. And he didn't write me back for like 2 months, and we started writing back every single day, and it just kind of grew from there, and we started going on dates, and we just hit it off really well. So my friend is kind of the one that hooked us up. She kind of was like, oh, this guy's awesome. You guys would make an awesome couple. And sure enough, we're married now. So good job, Marlena.
Hi, I was wondering if you were planning on having any more kids anytime soon, or maybe in the future, and what baby names do you like right now?
Okay, so this question was kind of already answered in the last video. We're not sure if we're going to have 3 kids. We're still kind of on the fence. We don't really know. Right now, I'm saying 2 is enough, but you know, we'll see, that might change. And I also have a video on my vlog channel that was called Baby Names We Liked But Didn't Use. That's a really good video for you to watch because it's all the names that I like, but we ended up just not using. So definitely check that video out.
Hi Carah, I know you were a freelance makeup artist. I just quit my job of 4 years of working at Sephora to do freelance makeup. Do you have any tips that advice?
Okay, well, your makeup was really awesome. I'll just say that first. Any tips? Well, what I did when I first started was I did Model Mayhem. Oh, you grease, it's on my lap. And that was good. I feel like it could be a little bit dangerous, so you have to be kind of careful going to people's houses and stuff. But what is my tips now? A lot of people know me as doing makeup for weddings, and it's a lot of referrals. I have a lot of referrals. So that's kind of how I work now, is you just kind of have to get your name out there, and then you start getting referred, especially if you do weddings, because you're going to get a lot of referrals from people recommending you if you do weddings. And I'm also going to do a video on my train case for, like, you know, photo shoots and weddings and stuff like that, because I think that would have been really helpful for me when I was first starting out, so I'll definitely do that video. Maybe I'll film it today. So I guess that's my biggest tip. Also, be really sanitary. That's really important because people are going to notice if you're being sanitary.
Hi Carah, if you could move anywhere else in the world besides Oregon, where would you move? And by the way, I love you and I named my daughter Carah after you.
Oh, she named her daughter Carah after me. Oh, that's so sweet. Probably Hawaii, honestly. I think I would love to live in Hawaii. I would love to live on Maui. I just love it there. I don't know what it is. I think it's the laid-back atmosphere of Hawaii. I love it there. I just love it there. Every time I go there, and what's weird is I'm kind of a city person. Like, I love living in the city, but Hawaii is like completely opposite to that, but I just love it. Like, I would love to live in Maui. And if I could live there for even just a couple of years, like, I would just love it. Alright guys, this video is getting so long. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it, and I have hair all over me now. Oh my gosh, it's everywhere. It's like on my shirt. If you want to see more Snapchat Q&As, definitely let me know in the comments below and answer that would you rather question. I'm really curious to see what you guys have to say about that. And I think that's it, guys. So if you have any questions or anything else that you want to know about this video, definitely put them in the lower bar. I have hair all over me and it's like driving me crazy. But I will talk to you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.